Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's interesting how some people are finally starting to speak up, people from the palm color community to be specific, about their own questionable or unclear legal status in the US. And honestly, something that needs to be talked about more openly, because when we usually hear the word deportation thrown around, it's always tied to the image of illegal immigrants, right? But these clips are pulling the curtain back on a bigger truth. Deportation on its core allegedly isn't about illegal immigration at all. It's about targeting brown and black people, which, let's be real, isn't all that surprising when you really think about it. Like one of the women in these clips puts it and openly admits that her father lived in the US for years without valid documents. He got stopped by police not once, not twice, but never faced deportation. Nothing happened to him. He was left alone. Meanwhile, people of color can't even blink the wrong without being questioned, detained, or threatened with removal. So the whole point of these clips are clear. This whole thing isn't really about who's legal or illegal on paper. It's about who's brown, who's black, and who isn't, allegedly. And that's the uncomfortable truth some people don't want to face. Let's jump right into the clips that I collected for you guys from TikTok. I'm gonna come back at the end of this video to give my own 2 cents. Make sure you drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let's watch this.
Let's talk about being a white illegal immigrant in America. I was born in America, but my father was not. He was born in Sweden. My parents, when they got married, they came over here legally. My dad got a work visa and then a green card. Eventually, my father lost his job, his green card expires, and he stays in America. My father is now considered an illegal immigrant. My father was arrested multiple times, did drugs, all while not having legal documentation. They never once threatened to deport him. Why? He's white! It's because he's white! Like, y'all, are you not seeing what I'm seeing? If you're a white person talking about, oh no, we're deporting them because they're illegal, you're racist! You're racist because you wouldn't deport a white person.
What if I told you I'm an undocumented immigrant? What if I said to you guys, I am an undocumented immigrant? Would you believe me? Or would you be inclined to say, no, you're not, because I'm a white girl with an American accent? Who's to say I'm not from Canada, that I didn't just scoot my way over the Canadian border? I live in Massachusetts. I could be an undocumented Canadian immigrant. I think that perfectly encapsulates what's going on here. The fact that I think a lot of people wouldn't believe me if I said I were an undocumented immigrant. Well, I'm not. Okay, ICE, if you're watching this, I'm not. But a lot of people, I think, would have some opposition to me saying that because I don't look like an undocumented immigrant. And that is the core of the entire issue. People don't have an issue with undocumented immigrants. They have an issue with people who look undocumented, with people who look different than they think an American person is supposed to look. Even though, as I've said before, Mexican people are indigenous to this land, and they always will be.
I have no idea if my European family members, ancestors, entered this country legally. I have no clue. I was born here, born and raised in California. I have never left. This has been my life that I have known for my entire life. But I have a grandfather who is dead, who is Dutch. I don't know if he ever had citizenship in the US. I don't know if he came here legally. I don't know. My other side of the family, Irish. I don't know if they came here legally. I don't know if they did all of the necessary legal things, and I don't know if that system worked perfectly, that they got their citizenship that way. I don't know if they got their citizenship before they had kids who were born on US soil. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really need to know, because nobody's picking me off the street saying, hey, you look like you don't belong here. You look foreign. When in reality, I don't look indigenous to the United States, let alone California. So technically I do look like I don't belong here, but not in the eyes of them.
What if I told you I was an undocumented immigrant? You wouldn't think, a girl with skin like mine, that could be possible. My grandparents immigrated here from the Netherlands on my dad's side. Yet y'all are only categorizing people from Mexico and people who are brown to be immigrants. My grandma, we were in New Mexico one time, and this person, my grandma on my stepdad's side, is like, she's very dark. And these people told her to go back to where she came from. Her entire family is from New Mexico because she is a Native American. And what's the funniest part of it is my grandpa's side, her husband's side of the family, the people that have blonde hair and blue eyes, guess what? Why they have that? Because Spanish people great those Native American people, and now they have Spanish lineage, and that's why they speak Spanish. But they're actually originally from America, and that's where they get the brown skin from. Isn't that funny? That their white family, like the people in their family that look white, the reason that they're that way is from people who came here and conquered this country, and without consent. So you gotta want to sit here and say, I'm not racist, come here, shut the fuck up. Yes, you are. And that's all I have to say on that.
Why is it only the Latin Americans? You know what I mean? Why is it not the Australians? You know how many Australians I know that live here and actually take your jobs?
There are approximately 600,000 undocumented immigrants from Europe in the United States. How come we're not seeing them being rounded up? Is it because they're white and not brown or black?
And why are we only targeting Latino immigrants? Is Asian immigrants, black immigrants, white immigrants, European, dare I say,
I was an illegal immigrant in the United States of America, but because of the color of my skin and the color of my hair and who I am, I have never been questioned. I have never been questioned about whether I'm American. No one has ever said, do you speak English? Because they didn't assume that I couldn't because of being an immigrant. I am an immigrant in your country.
It was never about immigration. It was always about diplomacy. And President Trump just proved it. As soon as mostly white, wealthy farmers and hotel owners had their exploitative labor practices threatened, Trump flipped like that, announcing today, Thursday, June 12th, that they will be making major changes to their immigration enforcement of farm workers and hotel and leisure workers.
Farmers are being hurt badly by, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not citizens, but they've turned out to be, great. I have an order on that pretty soon, I think. We can't do that to our farmers, and leisure too, hotels.
Cut to Stephen Miller dry heaving in the corner. How is MAGA going to react to this, y'all? It is very clear that the problem Trump created is getting out of control. And so now he's going to change course. He's attempting to make some kind of logical or economic argument about immigrant labor when he and his team have spent years making a racist argument about immigrants, telling the American people how dangerous immigrants are. And I don't know how easily you can put that racist genie back in the bottle.
There are approximately 600,000 undocumented immigrants from Europe in the United States. How come we're not seeing them being rounded up? Is it because they're white and not brown or black?
Well, if we're going to be technical, then that means all white people are illegal immigrants. Did you ever consider that? Probably not.
And there you have it, guys. I think after watching these clips, it's becoming more and more obvious, even to some folks in the palm color community, that this whole issue of deportation has never truly been about illegal immigration in the way the media or the government claims. Because let's be honest, if it really was about cracking down on anyone without papers, then why is it that palm color undocumented immigrants are rarely, if ever, part of these mass deportation efforts? The truth is, palm color illegal immigrants are not being targeted the same way brown and black immigrants are. And that's not just a feeling, it's something even more some palm color people are beginning to recognize and admit. As you saw in the clips earlier, when you've got palm color folks openly saying things like this: hey, my father stayed here for years without papers and the police never bothered him, or teasing the audience by suggesting they themselves might be undocumented without fear of consequences. You have to stop and ask, why is that even possible? Why is there such a clear unspoken protection for certain groups while others live in constant fear? This video really shed light on that uncomfortable truth. Even those within the palm color community, those who are awoke enough can see that what is happening isn't about protecting borders or upholding laws. It's about targeting brown bodies. It's about maintaining a system where people of color are the only ones expected to suffer the full weight of immigration enforcement. And here's the thing a lot of people don't want to talk about. There are tens of thousands, if not more, illegal immigrants from Europe living in the United States right now. Some estimates I found while digging around online suggest that nearly 500,000 undocumented immigrants in the US from European countries. Let that sink in. Almost 500,000 people. But when was the last time you heard of ICE storming into an Irish, German, or Russian neighborhood, dragging people out in the middle of the night? You haven't, right? Because that's not the priority. That's not where the focus is. Again, let me be clear. This information isn't based on official government statistics or hard facts. It's based on information I found online from various sources and reports from people, This is rarely spoken about because, but it raises some very real questions about fairness, about who gets targeted and why. And in the end, this situation we're in right now, all of this could have been avoided if only a few more people had made the right decisions during the elections. I end here. So those are just my thoughts, my 2 cents on the matter. You don't have to agree, but it's definitely worth thinking about. And I would really love to hear what you think about all this. Please drop your opinions down in the comment section down below, whether you agree, disagree, or have something completely different to add. I'll be checking out the comments as you drop them down below. And as always, I am grateful and thankful for watching this video. Please, if it's your first time to be on this channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that every time I upload such videos, you'll be notified. I'll definitely see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.